山本由伸選手がオールスター後初登板となったドジャースとツインズの一戦ですが、5回3失点自責点1で粘投げしましたがブルペン陣が崩壊し、10対7で敗戦となってしまいました。大谷翔平選手が日本人初となる4試合連続の36号ホームランを9回に放ちますがあと一歩及ばず、しかしこのホームランは161キロの高速シンカーを打つとてつもない一打でした。試合後の現地放送を翻訳してお届けいたします。
Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung alongside Jerry Hairston Jr., Adrian Gonzalez. And after getting back into the win column finally last night, the Dodgers lose tonight for the 11th time in their last 14 games. Offense did their part. They put up 7 runs. But outside of that, Jerry, it was a really ugly night for the Dodgers. They issued 7 walks. 6 of those walks came in a 2-inning span that cost them 6 runs. They had 2 costly errors, 4 unearned runs. Yes, they will still have a chance to win the series tomorrow, but this was not a pretty one.
I think that's the most important part we got to take away from tonight's ball game. You still have a chance to win the series tomorrow. That said, tonight it just wasn't a good showing. You cannot issue free passes. Walking the bases loaded at the big leagues, that cannot happen. Obviously, the errors did play a part. Just a tough night all around for the Dodgers.
We didn't walk the bases loaded once. We did it back-to-back innings. So that is very, very tough to come from. Then we add the errors, the throwing errors that cost us five runs, and you keep adding them up. And it was just a really tough game for the offense to overcome based on all those walks and the 2 costly errors. So just chalk it up to just a bad day on the mound, and just try to win the series tomorrow.
And Yoshinobu Yamamoto got the start. He went 5 innings, only allowed 1 earned run. There was an error behind him that cost a couple of runs. And then the bullpen in the 6th inning and then the 7th inning, Agent. You talked about walking the bases loaded a couple of different times. Ben Kasparius wasn't able to record an out. He walked 3. Will Klein walked 3, and all of those runners scored on a throwing error.
Yeah, I mean, that's 6 runs right there. We scored 7 runs. 6 of them were on walks that we gave up. So, they got a couple by swinging the bat, and then that's the loss for us. So it's just a very, very tough thing. We saw a couple camera angles when they went to Pryor, and he was just, shaking his head, didn't like what he was seeing out there. So, it's one of those nights. The bullpen just did not have it. They weren't able to find the strike zone, and it was just a bad day that it turned into, the errors and everything. And then we see Kasparius could have gone hurt too, which is another bad sign.
Yeah, the Dodgers calling that a calf cramp.
Yeah, calf cramp. Obviously, that when you don't have your legs, maybe that affected him that inning. And here's the issue, I guess the play that kind of hurt us a little bit. This is just a check swing. Once he bobbles it, I know the young kid's trying to make a play right there. He throws it down the right field line. Everybody scores. It is a tough situation. He's trying to make that play, but it's thrown away. You have errors, you have free passes. It just seems like it just wasn't a good showing. Here's another look at it. Once you bobble, I think he's going to understand that. He's still a young player. Once you bobble it, play's over.
Eat it.
Play's over. You got to eat the baseball. He compounded that bobble and made it into a huge error.
Just ended up getting a bad grip there and tried to overthrow it. Yeah.
Though tough night for the Dodgers and their bullpen from the 6th inning on in this game as they drop the middle game of the series against the Twins. Let's head upstairs, check in one final time with Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser.
Well, the good is the offense. They score 7 runs. The offense very much looks alive, but they give up 10 runs, and the series is tied up.
Yeah, they're doing with some hitting. They're stringing some hits together. Ohtani's continuing to show the power, but the pitching today, all the walks. You 7 walks, 6 score. You throw almost 200 pitches. That's a lot of wear and tear on a staff, and it's a lot of damage.
Tyler Glass now goes tomorrow, his 3rd start off of the injured list, and encouraging so far.
Yeah, he looks really good. He looks like the reason we signed this guy, why we want him in the rotation, and the rotation is going to round into form as we continue to get these guys healthy and they get their legs under them. Right now, his legs are under him and they're doing well.
He goes for the Dodgers. Chris Paddock counters for the Twins in the rubber match at 1.
All right, we'll tell you exactly why we're going to have a rubber game tomorrow, because the Dodgers fell in the middle game tonight as we take a look at the highlights on a perfect Tuesday evening with Yoshinobu Yamamoto getting the start. Dodgers trying to win back-to-back games. Top of the 1st inning, Byron Buxton, Jerry, and started off well for Yamamoto.
Yeah, get that fastball, outstanding velocity up in the zone, getting Buxton a really good fastball hitter, tying him up, great pitch.
And then Willie Castro at the plate, capping off a 1-2-3 1st inning.
Just a well-located fastball down the zone right there. hitter thought it was possibly a splitter. Took a fastball right there in the corner.
Top of the second, still scoreless. Runners on the corners. One out for Royce Lewis. Ground ball that ricochets off Miggy Rowe's glove. Mookie has it, but his throw pulls Ha-Seong Kim off the bag.
That's such a tough play. Miggy Ross has one of the best hands in all of baseball. Just gets a tough hop right there. He did everything right with the glove. Just took a tough hop on him. And the ball obviously thrown a little bit to the right.
Harrison Bader strikes out for out number 2. But Yamamoto not able to put away Christian Vasquez, the 9-hitter on a 1-2 pitch, rips it to the gap, and that's going to knock in 2 more.
Yeah, that's one of the probably the only bad pitch he made all night right there. Splitter that ended up right down the middle. Maybe it was a cutter. I couldn't tell there, but it was middle cut, and Vasquez didn't miss it.
So the Twins have 3 runs on the board. Bottom 2. Dodgers have 2 on, nobody out, but Michael Conforto hits a shot that turns into a double play.
Yeah, you know, a really good play right there. Tough play. 3-6-1 double play. Really good play.
Next batter is Ha-Seong Kim. It's a ground ball to first. And the Twins keep the Dodgers off the scoreboard. Top of the third, Carlos Correa. Fans always like this when they get a chance to see him strike out.
He gets a fastball really at the knees, and that's when he's at his best, throwing that fastball. And sometimes Correa, I'm sure he was looking for another pitch, got the express.
Ty France looking for something else or just thought that was going to be outside.
That's just another pitch. If you see all those strikeouts are all on the white line somewhere, which means they're right on the edges.
Willie Castro tried to swipe second base, but Will Smith throws him out.
Will Smith is such a great thrower of the baseball, such a quick release, accurate, strong throwing arm, one of the best in the business.
He's the best in the National League this year, 19 caught stealings this year. Bottom of the third, James Outman up there with the leadoff man on, but it hits a hot shot right at Ty France, who steps on the bag.
That's so unfortunate. James, I mean, scolded that ball right at the first base. But there's nothing Miggy Rowe can do. It's a double play. Nothing he can do.
Double play all the way.
So back-to-back innings, Dodgers hit into a double play. Unlucky right there. Top of the fourth, it's Yamamoto facing Vasquez again with 2 gone, and this time Yoshi gets a strikeout. Another one looking.
Yep, 3-2 count right there. And all those fastballs on the knees. The Twins probably went into the game saying if it's at the knees, it's going to fall out of the zone. All those fastballs made him stay there looking.
Simeon Woods Richardson walked the first 2, and then Andy Pages ties it.
Yeah, Simeon walked a lot of guys. Finally, in that 4th inning, Andy Pages makes him pay. Gets a hanging, breaking ball. Does not miss it. Picturesque swing.
Talked about the Dodgers walks. Woods Richardson walked 5, and Andy Pages made him pay right there. So we got a new ball game. Top of the 5th inning, you love to see your pitcher go out there and get that shutdown inning, which Yamamoto does. Gets Ryan Jeffers.
Really good fastball right there. You talked about a Gonzo, them maybe anticipating that split, that even when you have that fastball, maybe middle-ish, excellent velocity.
Gets Willie Castro on his 101st pitch of the night. Top of the 6th, though, still 3-3. Ben Casparius comes in after Carlos Correa had a swinging bunt single to start the inning. That's a shot down the left field line.
That pitch is up in the zone, really center cut. Big league hitters will square it up.
Correa stops at third. That was after a Correa walk, actually. And then 2 batters later, bases loaded for Royce Lewis. 3rd walk of the inning for Casparius. You see he signals toward the dugout. And the Dodgers would call this a calf cramp, and he would have to be taken out of the game. Alexis Diaz just back up with the big league club, and another soft roller. We saw a few of these tonight. Great play by Miggy Rowe.
We did. We saw quite a bit of those. A lot of balls, especially against Yamamoto, that were swinging bunt type-ish, and they ended up in the right spot. It was one of those days for the Twins with those balls that every one of those they hit was right in the right spot. And Miggy making this play incredible.
An incredible play by Miggy Rowe. Great stretch there by Freddie Freeman.
But a run scored to make it 5-3, and then Vasquez had the 2-run double earlier, knocks in another one.
I mean, a lot of bad things can happen when you have that infield in, but we're forced to have the infield in. Kind of gamble there. Vasquez makes the pay.
Now a 6-3 game. Byron Buxton up there, and this in the moment was Pretty big strikeout with a runner on third and one out.
Huge strikeout right there. Great pitch, great slider right there, right in the corner.
So Diaz would limit the damage there. Dodgers down 3, bottom 6, runner on, 2 down for Michael Conforto. That one's going to get down for extra bases.
It's good to see Michael Conforto get an extra base hit right there. Put 2 runners in scoring position.
And then Hae-Sung Kim follows Jerry to get the Dodgers back into the game with a 2-run single.
What I love about Kim, the adjustments he made from spring training to now, catching up to velocity. Great job. Head down on contact. Great piece of hitting. Another look at it. This ball's down 99 miles an hour. Great job just getting the barrel to the baseball.
So it's a 6-5 game. Brings up Miguel Rojas. And Hae-Sung Kim remains perfect stealing bases this year.
25 for 25 on the season. This guy is just doing an incredible job stealing bases.
But Rojas makes a called strike 3 as Louis Varland gets him.
Miggy's pretty frustrated there because the pitch before was not a great call.
Top of the 7th, Will Klein comes in for the Dodgers facing Matt Wallner after back-to-back walks. He walks him loaded. That would be it for him. He comes out. Edgardo Enriquez just called up as Tanner Scott was placed on the IL.
I mean, this is crushing right here. This is soft contact, juggles the ball, and he compounds the play by throwing it down the right field line. I know the kid is hurting after this play, trying to make a play, and it backfires.
Enriquez actually called up yesterday, but then just hurried it. Threw it down the right field line. All 3 of those batters that Will Klein walked score on this play. Makes it 9-5.
Yeah, you said it, Jerry. Once that bobble happens right there, you got it. You just got to put it in your pocket.
Bottom of the 7th, Shohei. 421 feet, but foul. Upper deck.
Very few balls are going up.
One thing that I've been so impressed about Shohei Ohtani, not just obviously with his swing, he's got tremendous hands at the plate. Great hands.
Bottom of the 8th, the Twins go to their closer, Yohan Duran, looking for a 6-out save. Andy Pages greets him with a base hit.
Great hands by Pages right there, staying inside that sinker, hitting that line drive right over the shortstop's glove.
Michael Conforto to Carlos Correa, and that is a double play.
Yeah, Duran does a lot of strikeouts, but also a lot of ground ball double plays. He's got really good stuff.
Hae-Sung Kim grounds out to third. The Dodgers turned away in that inning. They're down 10-5. Bottom of the 9th, Duran still in there. And Adrian, this was nice to see Shohei homered for the 4th straight game. First time in his career he has done that.
Yeah, first time in his career. Surprising because of the amount of home runs he's hit in his career. It's great to see him homer in the 4th straight game right here. This is a great swing. When you know a guy's throwing a sinker, you cannot try to pull him. You got to go the other way, stayed on it, stayed through it, and when he gets extended, you know that ball's going a long ways.
Dodgers lose, though. 10-7 the final. They drop to 59-43. Ben Kasperius is charged with the loss. Yoshinobu Yamamoto goes 5 innings. He allowed 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. He struck out 8. Andy Pages 2 for 3, hit his 19th home run, had 3 RBIs. Shohei 1 for 5 with his 36th home run and a couple of runs batted in. Here's what's ahead on the Dodgers calendar. Tyler Glasnow will start tomorrow's series finale at 1 p.m. They have an off day Thursday before beginning a long 3-city road trip Friday in Boston. 3 games with the Red Sox, then it's off to Cincinnati for 3 with the Reds. Saturday's game on Fox, all others right here on Sportsnet LA. We saw 5 innings from Yoshinobu Yamamoto tonight in his first start of the second half. He struck out 8. But the Dodgers fall 10-7 to the Minnesota Twins. We will hear from Yoshi coming up.
This kid's got incredible power, and he's really good on the defensive end.
19 home runs now for Andy Pages in a losing effort, though, tonight as the Dodgers fall 10-7. Let's head inside the clubhouse and hear from Yoshinobu Yamamoto with Kirsten Watson in the media.
Yoshi, when you look at your outing today, the pitch count got up, some long at-bats. What was either missing for you, or how were they able to kind of just get the pitch count up in this game today?
今日、初回序盤から、 球数がちょっと増えちゃったり、失点があったんですけども、そこの原因になったものっていうのはご自分でどう考えてますか。
2回、フォアボールも絡めてランナーをためてしまって、なんとか、1失点でなんとか乗り切りたかったんですけど、その後タイムリーヒットを打たれてしまって、そこをなんとか1点に抑えれてたらもっと試合の流れも、変わってたかなと、思います。
First of all, I gave up walks. That's how we started. And then if I could get out of the inning in just one run, I think this game would have been a little bit different.
What do you think was leading to the walks? Was it something mechanical? Is it?
そのフォアボールの、原因になったっていうのはその、フォーム的な問題があったりとかそういうところだったんでしょうか。
ちょっとした、ズレだと思いますけど、ちょうどランナーいるとこから、フォアボールを出してしまったので、そこが、良くなかったなと思います。
I think just a little bit out of sync mechanically, and then also before the walk, I already had a one runner. I was carrying one runner.
Yeah, Yoshinobu Yamamoto kicking himself a little bit for just the one walk he issued in this game. There was only one earned run against him over 5 innings, Adrian. What did you see from Yoshi tonight?
Yeah, no, I mean, I saw some great stuff out of him. You know, he did a great job with his pitch mix. It was just the one error, the one walk that he's talking about, and he's taking the blame as a great teammate. But let's go to the K-zone here and take a look at the Twins' game plan, which is very interesting. Every time the Twins got to 2 strikes, it looked like they were saying we're gonna eliminate the split down. You see right here, 2-2 count in the first inning, split down, didn't even flinch. Then he goes high fastball. He's late because they're trying to make sure not to chase that split. And you can see a pattern right here. Different hitter, same inning, 2-2 count, split down, not a flinch. These guys went as a team into the hitters meeting, said, we're going to look up. He gets a fastball at the knees, didn't even flinch. Fastball for a strike, great pitch. You know, strikeout looking. Again, you go to the second inning, 2 strikes, split down, doesn't flinch. Usually guys are at least checking their swing on that. High fastball can't catch up with it. But you can see them swinging at the high pitch with 2 strikes. They're not taking it. And then right here you get 2 strikes. Great splitter right here. Didn't flinch. Then he goes fastball at the knees. Didn't swing the bat. So obviously they said with 2 strikes, we're going to look up in the zone and we're going to try to catch up to the fastball. They obviously weren't able to catch up to the fastball when he's got the really good spin rate right there. But you could tell that the Twins, as a team, went into the game saying, if we get to 2 strikes, get him up. And Yoshi did a great job realizing that and started throwing the fastballs at the knees and just freezing them.
It's amazing, the cat and mouse game at the big league level. The Twins walk into a game plan and quickly Yamamoto adjusts to the game plan. Will Smith as well. You got to be able to execute, and Yoshi was able to do that.
All right, Dodgers fall tonight 10-7 to the Twins. For the first time in his career, Shohei Ohtani is now homered in 4 straight games. Hit number 36 of the season tonight. Plenty more reaction coming up. For the 4th consecutive game, first time in his brilliant career that he's done that.
This is such an impressive home run. This 100 miles an hour running down and away. He's able to backspin the ball. This is off the plate, too. Great top hand. Look at that. No wasted movement. Outstanding job getting to the baseball and following through the unicorn.
He is a unicorn. Let's head back inside the clubhouse right now and hear from Ben Kasparius with Kirsten and the media.
We obviously know tonight was an uncharacteristic night for you, just dealing with the injury. It was clear you didn't have your stuff. When did, I guess, the cramp start, and kind of what kind of happened there on the mound today?
Yeah, I would say the last couple pitches of warm-ups, I kind of felt my foot give a little bit, like Charlie horse feeling, clenched up, and then I'd say pretty early on in the outing, it kind of just, I'm hoping unbearable cramps, but we're gonna see, I guess.
Frustrating.
Strain.
Yeah. How frustrating is it? This obviously, you see a guy in your bullpen go down yesterday. You want to show up for the team, but then it just kind of feels like one thing after another.
Yeah, it's tough. It's unpredictable. Obviously, I felt pretty good this whole year, so for it to be something like this and not, arm related is tough. But I'm hoping it's not, a crazy setback.
Last or even just earlier this year?
Yeah, I've cramped up in my hamstring before, calves before. This was a little bit different, I think, just with the foot being involved and just, again, not really being able to get into my legs at all. So, yeah.
Did you see tomorrow? Is there going to be a test or anything like that?
I think the plan is for an MRI tomorrow morning.
Andy Pages has now homered in back-to-back games, has 19 on the season. We have more reaction coming up, including we will hear from Tanner Scott, placed on the IL today. We have 13 strikeouts tonight, so that means tomorrow you can go to Jack in the Box. Get a free Jumbo Jack with a purchase of a large drink at an LA area restaurant. Tonight it was Yoshinobu Yamamoto carrying the load. He had 8 of the Dodgers' 13 strikeouts. Unfortunately, they fall 10-7 to the Minnesota Twins. Day got off to a bad start as well, with Tanner Scott being placed on the injured list. Right now, we have Tanner Scott inside talking with the media.
Oh, we know you had the MRI this morning. Just how did it go? It seems like you, as well as others, are feeling relatively optimistic, considering...
Yeah, better than we expected, and see how it feels in the next couple of days. And it's a positive outcome.
Yeah, when you just... In the moment, I have to imagine it was really scary and kind of thinking it might be a season-ending injury. Just can you describe your own emotions, feeling of relief, and knowing that this could be a shorter IL stint?
Yeah, definitely when it was happening, I had no clue what was going on because I've never had an arm issue in my entire career. And I felt it on the 1-1 pitch, and then it kept getting worse, and I was like, no clue what it is. So after today, it kind of gave me like a clear head.
What did the MRI kind of show? Just inflammation, or?
Yeah, inflammation.
No ligament damage. No damage.
Ligament's perfectly intact.
Have they given you an understanding, it's just like timeline-wise, as to what it could mean?
No. Don't throw for the next, I think, 2 days, and then start going from there and trending.
You're confident that you'll be back this season?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How tough is it just watching the bullpen as a whole struggle on a night like this?
It's tough. Especially now that I'm on the IL, and I want to pitch, and things are going to turn around.
Dodgers offense did their part in this game, putting up 7 runs, Adrian. It was Andy Pages, his 3-run shot, which at the time tied this game up.
Yeah, this is a great swing, especially seeing the pitch prior to this breaking pitch that he hit out right here. Breaking pitch that he swung over it, then the next pitch he's ready for it. That was really, really impressive. That's a veteran move right there, and he's able to stay on it. Great swing, great extension. Just overall, all over that hanging breaking pitch right there. Great at bat. Love what I'm seeing out of Pages this season.
Love his development. We talk about it all the time, not just with the bat, also with the glove.
And Jerry, Shohei Ohtani, number 36 on the season, off of Yohan Duran of the Twins, going oppo.
I also love his development. He has a chance to be an incredible player someday, also in the present. Again, 100-mile-an-hour sinker, able to go the other way and drive it the other way. Very impressive at night here at Dodger Stadium.
All right, so Shohei Ohtani homers for the 4th straight game, first time in his career. Tomorrow afternoon, Tyler Glasnow will get the ball in the rubber game of the series against the Twins, making his 3rd start since he came off the IL. He allowed just 1 run over those 2 starts, 11 strikeouts in 11 innings. Adrian, what are you hoping to see out of Glasnow tomorrow?
I want to see him continue to do what he's been doing. He's been incredible, the starts that he's had coming off the IL, and I just want to continue to see that. Just attack with the fastball and follow with the breaking pitches right behind it. He's just done an incredible job. Keep doing what he's doing.
I love Tyler Glasnow's mindset about being athletic on the mound. Him being obviously about 6'12" on the mound. Him being athletic allows him to be dominant, more of the same, attack that strike. So on the offensive side, set the tone early, allow Tyler Glasnow to pitch with a lead.
Dodgers have lost 11 of their last 14, and on this homestand coming out of the All-Star break, Jerry, they've lost 4 out of 5. You look at tomorrow's game and you figure this has to be a must-win situation.
It is a must-win. Listen, you always want to win series, but the last series at home, to be able to set the tone to go on the road, must win tomorrow, play well.
Completely agree with you, Jerry. You have to go out there and win. You have to win the series, get on a good flight heading to Boston. So just really, really important game tomorrow. Come out with a lot of energy knowing you're going to go on the road.
All right, that does it for this edition of Access. For Jerry, Adrian, and Kirsten, I'm John. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow pregame at noon right here on Sportsnet LA.
今日はロハスとルイスのエラーもそうですが、ちょっとエラーやフォアボールから無駄な失点を多く与えている印象ですよね。これじゃあどんなに大谷選手はじめ打者が得点を挙げても勝ちきれるものではありません。少年野球でも高校野球でもそうですが、エラーやフォアボールは失点につながることが多く非常にもったいない失点で、見ていてもフラストレーションがたまります。何とか明日は切り替えて攻めてエラーを減らせるように頑張ってほしいですね。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。